Hello, welcome to the overview of Swift Playgrounds. In this particular video, we will take a look at Swift Playgrounds, creating additional Swift Playgrounds within a single playground. That way you can go back and forth between the two if trying to accomplish a specific task per playground file. And we will also take a look at different values and how we can display them in real time, along with attaching them to the playground. In the last video, we created a few variables in a Swift playground and saw how the values are updated in real time in this right side here. This is the results panel. And then down below, we have this white section here, and this is the debug area, or the console. So if we were to print something out, let's say we wanted to print the str1 variable, we can see down in the console that variable is printed. But if you notice that if we had an error, that is also displayed in the console. So the console gives us some really useful information to help us figure out what is wrong with our code, or if we are printing out an output, we can see that in the console as well. Another nice thing is, over at this results, if we hover over it, we get this little eyeball looking thing, and that will show us a quick preview of what that value is. But we also have this other square one that will give us a preview of the result inside of our playground itself. So this becomes really useful if, say, we have a loop, which we will go over in the next section. But say we have a for loop, and we are looking for a number in an array of numbers. And then say we are printing out number, to keep it simple. We print out all of our numbers to the console. It's going to show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we also see here that it was run 5 times in our results pane. If we tap on this, we notice that we see the last value, which is a 5. But if we tap on that and right-click it, we can also look at the value history and see all the values for all the times that this was run. Depending on the calculations, we may even get a graph, which could be really helpful to help us visualize how our playground is running. We can also have multiple playgrounds inside of our playground. So if we hit Command 0 to show our menu over here, we can create a new playground page. And we can just leave it as Untitled 2. So we have Untitled Page and Untitled Page 2. So let's go ahead and order them correctly. And this gives us this little next at next and previous at previous. We can do that same thing on the playground page that we created, and we will just copy and paste that. And if you go up to Editor and show rendered markup, it will give us this next button that we can go next and previous to different playground pages. And then to get rid of that, we can show raw markup, and it will go back to showing what almost looks like a comment. But this colon here is actually taking that comment and turning it into a markup that the Swift compiler recognizes and turns it into a link to be able to go to the next and previous pages. In this section, we covered an introduction to iOS development and the app that we are going to be building throughout this course. We got Xcode installed and set up for development. And finally, we took a brief look at Xcode and saw how playgrounds are a great way to start testing code before putting them into our application. In the next section, we are going to cover Swift 4 in full swing. Can't wait to see you then.